Hey, sorry, I'm running a little bit late. Yeah, my fault on the confusion, but glad you got a chance to hear from Milton and enjoy the breakfast. I just want to provide a bit of a more specific economic update, so kind of what Allianz sees in the world, what 2018 will be like. So pretty good time of year to do that, right? We're just a couple days in. And what you'll notice is it's a really optimistic view of the market. I know there's a lot of pessimism out there, and there's some negative thoughts. Our overall outlook is very optimistic. And I'll give you some specific information, and I'll read off this just in the interest of time. And we can send you this information as well. So if you were like, hey, I didn't get a chance to jot everything that you said down, I'm happy to share our information if you want some more specific kind of targets and things like that. So last year was a great year. We all know that, right? So 18% up on the S&P 500. Just look at a few stats here. We think mid to high single digits for this year. So maybe about half as good. That's still pretty darn good. Not 18, but maybe say 8 for this year. The 10-year asked about interest rates. So the 10-year last year it averaged about 2.3%. We think it's going to average closer to 3% this year. So interest rates going up a little bit. If you're more a saver than a borrower, that's a good thing on that, right? GDP growth, we think, so the economy will grow by about a 10 to 0.2 percentage point. And inflation will go up a little bit. So inflation this past year is about 2.1. We think that'll go up to about 2.2, 2.3. So everything kind of going up a little bit. Also the Fed, I heard in the news, they raised rates 3 times last year. The most recent one was in December. We think they're going to raise rates 3 times again this year. So again, very similar to last year. The S&P since March of 2009, this is always a fun one to guess. Any guesses on how much the S&P has been up since March of 2009? So that was the bottom right after the crash. Any guesses on how much the market's been up?
7%.
7% annually close. Yeah. So combined, any idea how much it's been up? Any other guesses?
38%.
Keep it. 290%.
Wow.
So since March of 2009, that was the bottom, right? So the chart would be like that, right? 290% since March of 2009. So one of the best, bull markets we've seen. But it's not quite the longest. So the market's got to go down. It's got to go down at some point. At some point it will, right? We'll get some sort of correction. 110 months. The longest was 118 months, and that was right up until .com. So this is not quite the longest bull market we've seen. So it's not quite unprecedented, right? But it is certainly longer, much longer than average. Fed balance sheet, I won't go too much into this, but $4.5 trillion is the size of the Fed balance sheet, right? Trillions, that's an unrelatable number, right? It's huge. They are going to begin tapering, meaning they're going to start letting some of the bonds that the government owns roll off. They're not going to be quantitative easing or buying those. So the goal is obviously to bring that down, bring down the federal balance sheet, but that, of course, is going to take a long time. But $4.5 trillion is an insane amount of money. A couple of interesting stats. So again, some optimistic views. So I mentioned the Fed is tightening, so trying to bring down the size of the Fed's balance sheet. The first year, or when they begin that, on average, the market's up 9%. The year following, when they begin tightening, so that was last year when they began tightening. On average, the market's up 9%. We did twice as much. The year following that, on average, the market's up 16%. And the 2 years after, the market's up on average 4%. So just because interest rates are going up and the Fed is raising rates is not necessarily pessimistic for the market. Right? They on average have good years, and double-digit years. So not necessarily a bad thing for it. We fear most would be that the Fed raises rates too many times in the market. So if the Fed raises rates 6 times or somehow next year, that would be seen as bad for the market in our opinion. But we think 3 times, just like last year, is going to be